Aaron, I
Yeah.
have to ask you, is it still smoky all over Canada? Because now all that's coming down to the eastern United States, all the way down to Florida. And a lot of people said it was napalm and all kinds of other just
Yeah, some
weird.
weird stuff.
Yeah, how smoky is it where you are still?
Well, I can speak for Toronto today. I actually posted something this morning. Like I was driving just off the 407, the highway here, and you could see the haze like hanging over the city. And I'm very close. Like I follow patterns and I try to see every day if it's a clear day. I'm on a few different chat groups with other people who are following chemtrails across the country. And today they were spraying like insane, like bugs today, like bugs. I mean, the weather it's been beautiful the last September. It's been beautiful, sunny. We missed like a whole summer in Toronto, but September's been beautiful. Tomorrow's supposed to be nice, and I'm talking like 75 degrees and sunny, folks. Toronto right now, it's just been a gorgeous time of year. It's not normal, but if they are spraying, maybe it's coming from there, going down to the East Coast. I'm surprised if there's a lot of crazy fires going on because the weather is about to get cold, and especially to the north. When you go to the northern territories, it's really cold at night. So I'd be very surprised if the fires are going to be put out very soon as the winter kicks in. It gets cold here, Dean. So I don't want to see any fires in the winter.
Right. What is the migrant crisis like in Canada right now? We see the invasion taking over Chicago, New York, all the big metropolitan areas. That is vote blue or just death by hanging. What's that situation like in Canada right now?
You go downtown Toronto, you could see tents everywhere. People walking around just don't look like they look lost. You go to the food banks. The food banks have about an extra 30 to 40% of clients coming in. I've seen lines around the corner with parents and like their kids with strollers, like just don't have anything to eat. And this is due to a lot of the economics. I mean, our government has brought in, they're expecting to bring in 1.4 million people to next year to Canada. We have a housing crisis, not enough permits, not enough supplies. The interest rates are killing people from all angles. We've got taxes on all corners. So as far as the migrant situation, there's not enough. There's nowhere for them to go. We don't even have funds for Canadians, let alone the migrants that are coming here. And Dean, I also heard rumors that they're being flown in the middle of the night, different airports. It's not just coming across the Quebec border or like Michigan and so forth. So I mean, hearing different things on that, it's absolutely insane. Vancouver's bad too, also, Dean.
But it's all going to the biggest drug pimp, drag queen of Europe, Zelensky. In fact, well, here's a little clip of it that Aaron brought to us for show and share here tonight. As now you understand that Zelensky is not really loved like Mr. Pruneface told us, is he? Mr. Pruneface lied.
Stop the war machine! Where's the little traitor? Justin, where are you, you little traitor? We're not going to be impoverished anymore. We're not going to be censored anymore. We're not going to be poisoned anymore. We're choosing freedom.
Oh yeah, he's a criminal. He's a criminal. And I was telling you, Aaron, I've heard the guy on the bullhorn almost at almost every event you've been at, and every Canadian event, and it's that same voice. But he didn't seem too popular to me, Aaron. Why is that? What's the
Definitely not
sentiment?
popular. And the guy on the bullhorn is a good friend of mine. He's a Canadian vet, Mr. Derek, great guy. And
Distinct voice, very
yeah,
distinct.
that's a very, very distinct voice. But you know what? A couple of things. Number one, after during his speech here in the Parliament, Canada is now offering $650 million, another to aid to Ukraine. We've already given about a total of 11 billion. The next day, on the news, all over the news, mainstream, Canada's national defense budget is down 1 billion. They wanted to take out 1 billion. Usually, Liberals never look to tighten the belt and try to cut down on expenses, but for some reason, they did some accounting, some creative accounting. 1 billion less in the Canadian national defense in a tough time for veterans and other people in our military and equipment, and 650 to Ukraine. You know what, folks? I was always taught practice what you preach, and these people are not practicing what. That's how I see it, man.
Careful, Aaron. I might get arrested. And
It'll be me before you with all the
okay,
different streaming programs they got on us right now.
I want to get into. I want to get into this now. Let's get into everything truckers now. I just saw a video the other day. It was a bunch of truckers that are getting ready to go to Ottawa. What's this all about? This is the Ottawa truckers preparing to do something. You check this out.
I'm telling you, I'm in the inner circle. I know. There's very few of us that are in the inner circle. I happen to be lucky to be one of them. I know the plan. We're going to go convoy and we're going to Toronto. Toronto's the destination.
No, Toronto is the
It's not
destination.
only Toronto, but we're going to go to the financial district in Toronto.
Yep.
And we're going to surround that. And we're going to put blockades up, and we're going to hold that ground.
Right.
And we're not going to move. And there's plans in place to make that work, the financial district.
Yeah.
Downtown
Yeah,
financial
okay,
district.
so you're, it's gonna be like a 1 block area?
It's a big area, but it'll probably be several blocks. But they're going to block that whole area off. And we're going to get it essentially. Now, we already know what's going to happen. They're going to bring in thugs,
Yes.
like they did in Ottawa. They're going to come and move around us. But the plan is, when they get everybody in, so to speak, there's another larger group of people going to come surround them. So now they can't move forward and they can't move back.
Yep.
They can't be resupplied. They can't be anything.
Yep.
We got them.
That's right.
Right. And no violence.
No,
We're
makes sense.
going to all have white flags, peace, 18 by 18 inches. White flag means peace, means parlay as well.
Truce?
And if anything was to even come out of a gun, a projectile, a rubber bullet, whatever, from that side against a white flag, that's an international incident.
Yep.
You can ask any nation in the world that follows that protocol for help. Right? One of those nations that happens to follow that is United States of America.
Mm-hmm.
And as you guys know, they're already watching this country intently.
There.
They are not pleased about the Chinese infiltration.
That's right. No.
We have friends in the NSA that are telling us this. They see this shit happen.
Wow, that was powerful, Aaron. Okay, let's talk about what we just heard, and then let's also talk about what we didn't hear, because it's a long piece, but that's pretty powerful what we did hear about Chinese infiltration, Aaron Cates.
Yeah, well, right now those are some people who are running the convoy, and this is huge breaking intel, guys. This is no one in mainstream knows this. No one in USA media really knows this. But there are going to a couple convoys going to happen, and it's going to happen. I don't know the time frame. I don't know exactly when, but I'm hearing rumors from several sources. There's going to be one in Ottawa again, and there's going to be one in Toronto, and it's going to be huge, and it's well planned, well organized. And as you can see, if just from listening to the little tape there, there's another follow-up where I think last week there was something on the mainstream where the police had set up something in Toronto to try and get ahead of themselves, but it was sort of like a fake decoy. So the police were set up all over Toronto and nothing happened. So nobody knows when something's happening right now, but I'm hearing rumors from coast to coast that something big is happening. You heard it here first. Yeah.
Toronto police are reopening roads that were closed around Ontario's legislature in anticipation of a planned protest today.
That was last week.
Yeah, last week. So there you see it. That's where we are in this world. But Aaron, I want to get into this a bit more here. We have a break coming up. I really want to talk about this trucker convoy for one more segment before you go. If you can just hold off one more minute. Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah, stand by there, Aaron. Okay, we're going to get into this when we get back. I wasn't planning on this, but I have these premonitions as a clairvoyant that I have secretly been all these years. And I have now a vision of what's going to be happening to Canada now via the truckers, because you just heard that guy say they're in touch with the NSA, and I'll be damned, that is a agency we have not heard about in quite some time, have we? Quite some time. There must be a reason for that one, indeed. Okay, anyways, we're going to take this quick break here, but coming up soon, about 2 weeks, speaking of Aaron in Canada, you're going to see Aaron in the Real Deal Media short documentary that's going to be just bombastic, with Bryce Wade and some other special guests. And you're not a stranger to it. You're going to be seeing Aaron making the appearance in The Whore of Havana.
We're essentially one step away from being under China's Great Wall of censorship.
They're shutting down debate. They're censoring debate on their censorship bill. We just got the notice right now. As you know, they've been trying to censor the internet, creeping totalitarianism. So give Trudeau's woke bureaucrats over at the CRTC the power to control what you see and say on the internet.
On the internet giants, we've seen Facebook and other countries other companies post record profits.
Registering your guns is just the first step towards taking away guns from everyone. But that's never going to happen, because here in Canada, we have a culture that has grown up with guns and that respects the need.
Today forward, it is no longer legal to buy, sell, or transfer a handgun in Canada.
Justin Castro truly is. What was the sentiment of his campaign when he ran? What was Canada thinking? When did it all change? Who was his cabinet? The whole thing, Chinese infiltration and everything. So, and just to recap, I want to play a little bit of that video once again, because I have to hear it one more time. They're talking about the NSA, the National Security Agency here in the United States, monitoring about what this wicked government of Canada is doing to their people, and they have interest in it. You know why? Because it's going to be done to us as they come down the Gordie Howe Bridge over there in Michigan. See, we ain't no fools. We pity the fools around here.
And no violence.
Don't
We're
make sense.
going to all have white flags, peace, 18 by 18 inches. White flag means peace, means parlay as well.
Truce.
And if anything was to even come out of a gun, a projectile, a rubber bullet, whatever, from that side against a white flag, that's an international incident.
Yep.
You can ask any nation in the world that follows that protocol for help. Right? One of those nations that happens to follow that is United States of America.
Mm-hmm.
And as you guys know, they're already watching this country intently.
There.
They're not pleased about the Chinese infiltration.
That's right. No.
We have friends in the NSA. They're telling us this. They see this shit happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, my premonitions over the years are coming to fruition right now, because that's exactly what needs to be done. The United States and Special Forces to take the country of Canada and give it back to the Canadian people and save North America. Aaron Cates, let's get into it now. My gloves are off and I want blood.
Let's do this. Well, you know what? This is the convoy part 2. And I will be there the minute I get word that something's happening downtown Toronto. I will be there to film it. I'll be there to inspect exactly what's going on. It'll be fun as the fun time we had a couple of weeks ago. And just to add to this convoy, Dean, it's also going to be in Ottawa happening at the same time. So there's going to be a lot of people in both cities, from what I understand. But here's the kicker, guys. From what I'm hearing also from the inside of the scoop is that people are saying, bring on the mandates, Justin. Bring on the mandates out, and they're trying to play the bat who loves us again card, which we know it's coming. That'll be the kicker that wakes up the remaining Canadians who did not want to get involved. Now they're going to have to be forced to get involved. So bring them on, Justin. Bring them on, Justin.
And, they're saying that there is a international law, I believe. He was alluding to some sort of international treaty and maybe a Geneva Convention-esque type of fashion, that when citizens who are waving a white flag are then being pelted or slaughtered by bullets, rubber, or other, then that is a cause for certain countries who signed up to a international treaty to then come and save them arbitrarily through military.
And the U.S.
That
is
is the
part of
plan.
that treaty. Yes, that's correct.
Wow. Let me sink that in here, Aaron. That's where's that EBS siren again? That is just making me glow for some reason, because this is exactly what needs to be done. And I just called for this, like, you have no idea, so many years ago, and here we are. This is a big deal. This is a big deal.
Yeah.
Real deal gold, because anything else would be uncivilized.